Hello and welcome. It is game day 8 of the Basketball Champions League regular season. We are coming to you from Brindisi in Italy as happy Casa Brindisi face off against Neptunas Klaipeda from Lithuania. It is a Group D encounter and it is as close as you could get really in Group D. The strength of the Basketball Champions League shown once again as the teams in this group so tightly contested. We see the results from last night as Falco got the win over Dijon, the group leaders, going into game day 8, and Besiktas taking victory over PAOK. So 2 games still to play. Our game here tonight, and then also Tokon Baskets Bonn facing off against Kasim Dimont Zaragoza tonight as well to wrap up game day 8 in Group D. It is the first of the return games, so these 2 teams have faced off once already earlier this season. They are now facing off in the alternative venue. So, earlier in the year, Neptunas played against Brindisi at home. Now we come to Italy, and this is the standings I was talking about. Brindisi unbeaten at home here in the Basketball Champions League, currently bottom of Group D, to show you how tightly contested it is. With a victory, they have a chance to leapfrog all the way up and could even be in second place by the end of today. So just an amazingly tight group. Every win is vital. We mentioned that Brindisi unbeaten at home, and they're going to have to continue that here tonight. They're visitors. Neptunas have used the youthful experience of players like Gitas Masulis and also the veteran leadership of Thomas Delaninkaitis and Devidas Gaudas as well to put together a very impressive season for Neptunas. They have had their struggles on the road. They've lost their last 2 away games in the Champions League, but they've never lost 3 consecutive games in the regular season on the road. So for Brindisi, they came off the heartbreak of a double overtime loss last week. We'll get into that one. Watch out for Adrian Banks. Watch out for Thompson, Stone, and John Brown really lead the way, but Zanelli stepped up in overtime with a couple of big-time shots to keep them in it, but it just wasn't enough as foul trouble, injuries really started to rack up against Brindisi last week in that defeat. The teams will be presented out onto in front of the crowd here, and they'll be started with Neptunas. We said it is a Neptunas team that has had their struggles on the road. They're coming to this one after disappointment last week, going down 97-73 on the road in Hungary against Falco. So we need to regroup here. There is youthful experience we mentioned. There is Masulis, one of those key guys, leads the second in the team in scoring and rebounding. Coach Thomas Rankevicius, the man in charge of this Neptunas team, want to break this duck of the last couple of road defeats. So Brindisi coming out onto the floor, led out by John Brown. It is a short-handed roster. There's no Calvin Martin. Brindisi tonight, big loss for them. A real versatile player. Everybody else is going to have to step up for the Italians. Tyler Stone, last week he did a bit of everything in the losing effort for them. There he is, led out onto the floor now. An incredible performance. The only player in the Champions League to record more than 25 points and 50 rebounds after his 27-point, 19-rebound game last week. 17 points and 8 rebounds over his last 5 appearances in this competition. Tyler Stone, he really is a versatile piece of this Brindisi offense. Teams shaking hands, coach and staff meet. Teams will then go through the final stages of their warm-ups here as we get set to get underway. For our visitors, we said a disappointing loss for them last week, 97-93, as we see our officials for today's game. From Spain, Macedonia and Turkey, respectively. Last week, outscored in all 4 quarters. Neptunas in that loss in Hungary, led in scoring last week by Simis Gordikas. He had 15 alongside Thomas Delininkaitis. So Neptunas will try and regroup here tonight. They will go with the starting 5 of Janovicius, Sidikis, Olisevicius, Gardikas and Galus as their 5. Said it's a team that has, you know, experience and youth across their lineup. So then the challenge for them will be how to match up against this athletic front line, this athletic team in Brindisi. Said, you know, there is no Kelvin Martin tonight, but they still have a host of other talent. Guys like Adrian Banks, guys like Tyler Stone, I already mentioned. They come into this one after the heartbreak of a double overtime loss last week, 96-93. There is the head coach of Neptunas, Thomas Kevicius. That loss, 96-93 for Brindisi. It was an electrifying game, you know, back and forth throughout. And they will go with Brown, Banks, Gaspardo, Thompson and Stone here tonight. So no Zanelli and no Kelvin Martin from the lineup that started last week. As you'll expect in a double overtime game for coach Francesco Vitusi. There was a host of double-figure scorers. Stone had 27. He led the way. And then Zanelli, 13. He stepped up. I think it was in the first overtime. He made a couple of big plays. John Brown had 12 before he fouled out. Kelvin Martin had 10 before he fouled out. And Antonio Iannuzzi had 10 before he fouled out as well. So, you know, the front line just decimated last week for Brindisi through foul trouble as the game got deeper and deeper. And really, it was a one-man show towards the end. Tyler Stone just trying to keep his team in the game. He did everything he could, but it wasn't enough as the depth of Zaragoza just took over. Neptunas onto the bench early. Talk it over, but Brindisi going through their final stages of warm-up. So he'll be coming to the bench shortly. Now, every game in this Basketball Champions League, we said, so tight in Group D. Now, after the results of last night, makes it even more interesting. Dijon, who had been at the top of the table, you know, throughout really these last few weeks, went down last night, suffering defeat to Falco, a team which is on a roll right now. A one-point game, 82-81. Went into overtime as well. There's a three-point shot from Marco Filipovici gave them the victory with just 2 seconds to go, Falco. So they are a team on the rise in Group D. Falco having won the last 2. You can see by looking at the streaks of the teams, nobody really can get on a run. No team been able to win, you know, more than 3 in a row. Pauk had that record. Everybody else winning then losing, as we are set to see another close one here, I think. Brindisi currently in 8th place, but with victory could jump all the way to 2nd. That's how tight it is in this table. And for Neptunas, a victory here today could see them push into 1st place in Group D. So players are out onto the floor and are nearly set to get underway. Is Tunis in their blue uniforms, and Brindisi, who also blue as one of their primary colours, in their white tonight. nearly ready to go. Thumbs up. And it is game day 8 in the Basketball Champions League. Brindisi versus Neptunas. Off and underway. The jump ball was won by Brindisi, but Neptunas anticipated, stole it, and Tyler Stone's going to pick up the early foul. So after the frustrations of foul trouble last week, that's not a great start for Brindisi. He was just beaten to the ball. Sidicus anticipates where it was going to go, gets that steal. Now, first possession. Neptunas, they're trying to find some room. A little short jump shot is good. That is number 31, Galus. Great shot from Galus. We mentioned him before the game. Key player for this Neptunas team as Brindisi go up high and start the game off with a foot flush. Well-designed play as Gaspardo getting up, finishing the lob. So it's an athletic team. Gaspardo, not really known as one of their high flyers, but does have that ability, as we saw there. Chance for him again in transition. This time he flips it to the inside, and the finish is good from Thompson. Brindisi getting out in the open floor, then turning defense into offense. Excellent start for them. Tough to beat at home. Neptunas will have their work cut out as Galus comes high. Attacks towards the open side. There's a little lane. His attempted pass turned over. Thompson pushing in the opposite direction. Banks into the lane. Finds Brown. Brown fires it up and gets it to go. Looks towards the official. John Brown wanted to call, doesn't get it. An excellent start now for Brindisi. 6 points in a row. Yeah. Neptunas need to control the tempo. Want to slow it down. Brown fighting on the low post. Be careful, no fouls called over on that side as a offensive is going to go. Brown is fired up. Gordicus frustrated, just gives him a little smile. That's going to be one to watch there. Simas Gordicus battling against Brown. See the pair of them going against each other. I didn't see the foul. Is Gordicus going to go out early? Chest in. An early sub. We'll see Andre Williamson come in. And he will match up with Brown. DC off this strong start. Banks has it. Looking around, uses the high screen, splits between two. Banks glides in, lays it up for two more. Yeah, Brown likes that. Banks likes that one. Excellent offensive start here for Brindisi. They've been in good offensive form at home, that's for sure. Scoring in the 90s as Williamson can't finish, stays with it. Collects his own rebound. And the open man is there to knock down the three. Good play from Neptunas as Golius knocks it down once more. Galus with his second field goal. Trying to see if that was a 2 or a 3. Oh, Galus. There's Thompson. Gets the finish. And it opened up, and he'll get the dunk. Second dunk of the game for Brindisi. They've started brightly. Scoreboard saying 10-2. That's not right. There's another steal. Banks has it, pushes, glides in. 2 more for Adrian Banks. He's got 6 already. Excellent play. What a start from Neptunas, of Brindisi. Neptunas are going to call a timeout. They were given the 3 from Galius. Not a strong start on the road for Neptunas. Early timeout called by them. Brindisi rolling.
Transition defense. Go ball pick in that angle. You have problems. Go to the ball. Make one foul. Okay, we go. Hey, we go. Red, big side ready. Red. 4, we go switch. 4 switch. Red with 5. Okay, offense. Let's go. 2 down Davis. First. 2 down Davis. Let's go. let's go. Horn side if they play. Side, come up. Press green and attack. Let's go.
Well, passionate timeout, wasn't it? Frustrating start from Neptunas in the early stages. I mean, they're perfect in the field, 2 of 2. Trouble is, Brindisi at 6 of 6. So not the start they would be wanting here on the road in an arena we know is a fortress, really, for Brindisi so far in this season. 12-5 in the lead. Neptunas go to the inside. Flawless. Spins. Finds Williamson. No, it's tapped, but it will stay with Neptunas. The shovel pass didn't quite get where it wanted. Masulis is in. For Brindisi. Sorry, he's in for Neptunas, just having a look. It says Williamson's gone out. That's not the case here. He comes to set a screen, roll into the ring. Now, shot clock getting low. Brown with a steal. Brown going to the ring, can't finish. Neptunas with a chance on offense, going the other way. They got numbers, 5 against 4 here. Tough pass. Eventually comes back into the hands of Janavicius. I'm not sure how he managed to get it. Finished it off in the end. More through luck than judgment on that one. Thompson has Banks on the little backdoor cut. Dribbles all the way through. DC come up empty. Kalis puts it on the floor, takes the contact. Can't finish, fight for the rebound. It's won by Tyler Stone. Here he comes in the opposite direction. Stone gets into the lane, and that's going to be his second. Well, he was the one man who managed to stay on the floor last week. Tyler Stone. Everybody else seemed to foul out for Brindisi, but he's picked up too early, and he might have to go to the bench here. Zigimantas Janavicius was the man who drew the offensive foul. Here he is now with the ball. He'll try and split, and an easy dunk from Williamson. There's the confirmation of the second foul on Stone. He remains in the game though. Thompson moving it on. Open triple from Gaspardo, and he'll knock it down. Great start for Gaspardo. And the dunk on the lob from the first possession. Now he adds a 3 as well. Keeps the 6-point lead. Masulis gliding in. Gets it to go. Great work for Masulis. The other way, Stone can't respond. Now Neptunas will run. They've got some numbers here. Masulis to the corner. Takes the early 3, doesn't get it. And now it's the turn of Brindisi, who know how to finish. Gaspardo with his second dunk of the game. 7 personal for him. Neptunas had the opportunity to run. Had evaded Brindisi in transition once, but didn't do it the second time. Lawless off the screen. Finds Williamson, but passes to his knees. Manages to pick it up and is fouled by Gaspardo. Good pick up from Williamson. Wasn't the easiest pass to take in. He is trying to find the cut of Masulis along the baseline. Willis for 3. Nice shot. Williamson got a hand on it. Goes out of bounds. Will stay with Neptunas. Fresh 14. Will take another one. Doesn't get the roll this time. Banks goes in, throws it up, it goes! How did he make it? Adrian Banks got fouled, just threw it over his head at the last moment, and it drops. What a finish from him. Banks loves it. Let's have another look. Gaspardo, the little shovel pass. Banks fouled, loses it, just throws it over his head. Oh, what control from Banks just to get it up. Oh, but he can't add the bonus point. Neptunas, just the run, going the other way. Olis into the lane, takes contact and finishes. How do you give that up in defensive transition if you're Brindisi? After a free throw, you let the other team just get there. It's the same then. Look at Banks, just got all the room in the world. Neptunas, not sure who they're guarding. Slavinskas commits the foul, and he's saying it's not his man. He's trying to match up with somebody else as Stone goes out. Thompson coming off the screen. It's the switch, takes the three. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound goes to the new man in. It is Ikanji as Gaspardo. Won't continue his hot start. That would have taken him to double digits if he had made that. Sulis now thinking about backing his man in. Spins, has a little bit of space. Not finished though. He's got to be able to play through that contact. Sulis. Banks pulls the play, comes down. And now they're waiting. It is Thompson. He's got to step in to the lane and he'll get the finish to go as well. From the moment he put it on the floor, you could just see the space for him. Dylan Nkaitis couldn't quite recover in time. It's a cheap foul to give up in the end. Thompson at the line, 3 of 4 from the field. Thompson, 6 points already for him, 2 assists. An excellent start for Darius Thompson. Rebound bounces to Gaspardo. New possession for Brindisi as Banks is going to take it. Doesn't get it. Brown gets a good hand on the rebound. Ikanji was in there as well. And he'll go out of bounds to Neptunas. Williamson rolling, again's got some space and finishes beautifully. Williamson, good job since he came on. Thanks for reinforcements with Brown. They go to him. Brown, oh, lovely pass. Ikanji trying to find some room. Finishes it off eventually. Took his time, didn't seem to be in any hurry. Ikanji gets the score. Now he's guarding Slavinskas. He is a versatile player, Slavinskas. And at the point here with this lineup for Neptunas, not sure that's his natural position, but you know, as a guy who plays 1 through 4, really fills in wherever you need him. Too much contact from Ikanji trying to pressure and get the steal. So sideline. Lawless off the screen. Williamson rolling. Oh, lovely extra pass. And Masulis dunks it home. Great play from Williamson. Excellent cut along the baseline for Masulis. 4 points from him since he came on. Brown squaring up. Tries to draw the contact. Again, glares towards the official. Doesn't get the call. Williamson kicks it out. Lawless. No. Sorry, that's Dylan Nkaitis knocking it down for 3. That's what he does. Wondered why they, had an open look at in the paint. They kicked it out, but when you shoot it as well as that man right there, it's always the best option. Thomas Dylan Nkaitis gets himself on the board here. Feet set. Automatic from that man. And Neptunas have just fought their way back into this one. 23-20 as a timeout called by Brindisi.
They're not throwing it to nobody else but this guy.
Don't go too early. No, that's over here. I think that's got the ball. No.
Whoever got 2. Whoever got 2 players, it's simple. And this guy gotta go, and this guy up here gotta go down.
Hey, this rotation, when this guy is rolling, gotta start dropping down. I don't want him to go too early to that. Okay? Let's go.
There's Kelvin Martin. In roster, not in uniform here tonight. I'll miss him as Brindisi talking about the defensive coverage on the pick and roll. John Brown pretty vocal, telling his team he should be covering it. They've had some problems guarding Williamson. And then the three from Denon and Kaitis as well. Knocking it down before the timeout was called. Possession for Brindisi now, leading by 3. High scoring one here. So go to Brown in the low post. Moving around as Brown gets isolated, turns, fires. Doesn't get it. Neptunas under control, bring it down the floor. Bayless crosses over, draws contact, the hands. Hand checking, called against Akanji. And then it's going to be team foul number 5. Against the Italians. Watch it here, just 2 hands, or the 1 hand right on him. Slow him down. That way, good call from the official. And he was another of those players that fouled out last week. Cameo off the bench from him there. That's the first is good for Ovidas Galis. 31-year-old in his 4th spell, would you believe, with Neptunas. The silver medal winner at the 2015 European Championships. In France with the Lithuanian national team. See it goes out. And Adis Sedikis. Sedikis is in. Once more, started the game. Sedikis is. The screen to Akanji. Akanji has the roll. Right down the middle. Finds Espardo, but he fails to finish. Well, he's flying everywhere. Neptunas have got transition opportunities. Williamson can't finish. Oh, great work from Masulis, and he's going to stay with it. Masulis, an excellent offensive rebound. He missed his first opportunity, but just stayed with it and got the finish in the end. Now the double team comes. Open man. Akanji, he'll put it on the floor. Euro step, and this time he gets the roll. He couldn't finish on the last occasion, Akanji, just when the lane opened up for him that time. Even harder finish, but he got it to go. Slavinskas kicks it to the corner. Denon Kaitis will take the triple. Doesn't get it. Gets his own rebound, does he? No, 2 players from Brindisi hit into each other, trying to save it, but he'll stay with Neptunas. 52 seconds left, first quarter. To Denon and Kaitis. Get the 3 away, and he turns it over, trying to go to the inside. Great work from Brown. Here comes Brindisi swiftly to the other end. Thompson attacks. Able to finish. Neptunas. Slavinskas has it tipped away from behind. Up and down game here. A lot of possessions for both teams. Gaspardo bullies his way to the ring. He can't finish. Neptunas and Denon and Kaitis will slow it here. Hold pretty much for the final possession. Little difference between shot and game clock. We'll try and run it down as low as he can. Williamson comes to screen. Williamson rolling, gets it. Is open, and he finishes again. Well, Williamson torching Brindisi right now. There's a technical foul is going to be called. Looks like it's going to go against Neptunas and Coach Thomas Gavicius for walking on the floor. I mean, that's a big mistake from him. Being out on the court, he was warned on the last possession, just 0.3 of a second left. Brindisi were not going to score. Instead, they've just given a freebie to Ranks from the line. Ranks makes it. It'll be sideline possession now. Don't have time to get a shot away. Just let time run out. So at the end of the first quarter, well, a highly charged offensive affair so far. 26 apiece at the end. So both teams have found their rhythm offensively. 26 plays 26. Defense to work on for both these coaches in their timeouts. Highlights from the first quarter then, and as I said, it's been an offensive fest so far. Brindisi, known for their high scoring at home, started so brightly. Just a host of players scoring wise for them. Banks has 7, Espardo 7 as well, Darius Thompson has 6. Only played 6 players in that first period. Tyler Stone went to the bench with 2 fouls, or he would have played more. On the other side for Klaipeda, Yalis has 9 to lead the way for them. Sulis and Williamson have 6 apiece. Williamson really caused problems since he came into the game on that pick and roll. And then Masulis just doing what he does best. Getting out in transition, getting offensive rebounds, cutting, moving along the baseline. A real coach's son, Gitas Masulis. You can see the years he spent in the game. Second quarter will get underway with possession for Brindisi. Onto the floor, quick 3 coming up from them. There's a go. Possession nearly back. Neptunas looked to the inside and really turn it over. Actually, it is a foul. To the disgust of the crowd here. Simas Gordikas will draw the contact. Oh, they wanted the little hook, didn't they? Gordikas put that arm out a couple of times. So got a little lucky on that one. So Gordikas will be at the line. The 5-4 Regis, Sulis and Simas. He makes the first. Good as well. 2 for 2. Brindisi now. First action we see for Sandro Zanelli. There he is with the ball. Crunch time performer last week, despite the loss. I'm not sure he was really expecting the ball. Outside, yeah, just see. Toes just slip back onto the line. So let's have it now. Just back it down. Takes a 3 and buries it. Well, he was looking around, wasn't he? Zigmantis Janovicius looking around for someone to pass to, where he should go with it. Just caught the defense sleeping. Down his first 3-point shot of the evening. Around to the inside, and then Sianusi. Sianusi was a scoring punch in that double overtime loss as the rebound bounces out. And will stay with Brindisi. Only goes to 14 though. 14 for side. 6 turnovers against Neptunas. Nelly find some room. Gets it out to Stone. Stone playing with those 2 fouls. Spins. Can't finish. Strong defense from Neptunas again. With their defensive boards well. Just again, has it in the low post. To kick it out, the provider. Finds the open man. Finish doesn't go from Gordicus. They'll keep it alive. And now Delinikaitis time and space. And that means one thing only, cash money. From Thomas Delinikaitis, second triple for him. And Neptunas somehow have an 8-point lead here. Where has that come from? DC just dried up offensively. And an offensive foul. 8-0 run to start this quarter. Masulis thrown to the floor by Yanusi. Possession back with Neptunas then. Positives for them to build on here. Just waiting. No hurry. Guarded now. Hesitates and he throws a loose pass, turned over. Another turnover for Neptunas. What this lead might be if they hadn't turned it over. Lovely little backdoor pass and the finish is good for Stone. Great recognition from Alessandro Zanelli to throw that little bounce pass. Stone frustrated with the way he started. He's dispatched of the headband he wore in his first spell on the floor. And a lot more positives from him since he's gone without. There he is, cutting, taking it in and getting the finish. First points of the night for Tyler Stone. That's a bonus as Banks looks on. Pressure up the floor. Just break it. And gets the finish. Stone, remember, playing with those fouls. Doesn't want to commit another one. Excellent recognition from the 21-year-old. Stone to find Yanusi, who is fouled. Back into a place at Tenji. Into the hands of Banks. He thought about the three. On Stone against this mismatch. Stone has it. Turns, he knows the double team's coming, shoots before he gets there and makes it. Well, Stone reluctant to turn to the baseline. He knew he was going to get double teamed. And when he did turn that way, he made sure he didn't take it towards the double turn and shot before it came. Delinikaitis knocks down another one. Third three of the night for him. 9 points in a hurry. The 8-point lead established again. Far side, Zanelli. To Stone on the low block. Back into the hands of Zanelli for three. Doesn't go. Just goes along the baseline and finishes it off. Tough running score from him. He's going to a stronger left hand. Still impressive offensive finish. 7 points now for him and a 10-point lead for Neptunas. Let me see. Trying to find Banks along the baseline. finds that space and finishes. Just trying to cut. The double team went to the low post. To Masulis, but instead. And the finish from Gordikas. So Simas Gordikas said they were trying to look to the inside for Masulis. Instead, Gordikas just reversed it, rolled on the ball screen. Here he is finding just a little bit of room. Foul goes against Banks. Shot to the face as well. And the basket counts. John Brown rotates in. Banks has a little word with the referee. There's Yanusi going out. Made the first minute and a half. Brown got in a little tangle. He was immediately subbed out. And again, as soon as Brown comes in, Gordikas goes out. Nixon on the floor once more. Good spell from Gordikas. 4 points, 2 rebounds for him. Turnover, just managed to keep it in bounds. Did Kemper Grande. Banks now. Immediately off the screen, stops, fires it, loses his man. Great little stop and pop from Adrian Banks. It's good work from him. 5 from the field, 9 points for Banks. Nixon again on that short roll. He's the provider. The open 3 doesn't go. Switches. Yeah, Banks has it. It's towards the inside. Stone makes it nicely, kicks it back out. Good ball movement. Back into the hands of Stone with 6 on the clock. Trying to find some room. Stone has the advantage to the middle, finishes it. Well, it looked like he was under control, then all of a sudden, Stone just attacks and the Sands headband. Without the headband is much better for Tyler Stone right now. 7 points for him. The open 3. This one is good. So he missed his last one on Svicius, but makes that. Brown turns into the double team, kicks it out. Stone will take the triple. Really struggled with his 3-point shot last week, Stone, until the first overtime. He made back-to-back threes. Thought it was going to be enough to win the game. It's an offensive foul is going to be called against Neptunas. Most of it. Offensive foul to give possession back to Brindisi when we return. 27 plays 46 as a timeout is called here. Just a touch under 4 minutes left, and Brindisi will call the timeout. So it's 37 to 47.
They will make the game bad.
That one. Let's listen to what Brindisi have to say.
Guys, better to switch. We switch and switch here. We switch out to the other. Yeah. See again. Because we are going like a pinball, guys. We switch, stay in front, and the next beat, we're ready to absorb the cut, okay? So they end like this. We switch, they roll. This is triple switch. Look, all right? Yeah, exactly. Triple switch. Always, okay? We are so here because we are always reacting. We have late reaction. And so we're right on the mid pick and roll. Guys. Step by step on the way back on offense. Come on, guys.
Resting 4 minutes here to finish this first half. In a strong second quarter, they've already scored 21 points here. Slip into a zone. Thanks. Uses the screen as the shot gets to 10. Williamson keeps him in front beautifully. Pass. Doesn't go though. The rebound goes to Neptunas. She just pushes ahead, gets it back. They'll control. Coming high. Has the ball in his hands. Attacks. Has a little seam going. Takes contact. Oh, you can see him frustrated. They couldn't get the finish to go as well. Well, the lane opened up for him. At this moment right here, you thought he's going to have to finish as well. He probably should have. Great opportunity to get the three-point play. He's got to earn it from the line. Even their scoreless, 10 points. 6 from the field, makes the first. Second is good as well. Thompson's going to come back into the game. Well, they've missed him as he's been on the bench. Ellie heads out. Thompson at the point. Jumper for Banks is good. Doesn't work from Brindisi to find Banks open. Little short jump shot. Need a run here. Brindisi, you can just feel it. It's 6 of 6. 2-point range. This is only shot, only 3. Throw ahead. Brown is going to get the dunk here. No doubt about that. John Brown in transition. Throws it down. Neptunas going to call a quick timeout. They want to kill any momentum established for Brindisi, and back-to-back baskets from the Italian team. As signified, Neptunas trying to stop that run. They will call the timeout. Coach Rinkevicius.
Slide down. Slide down. Hey.
Just tries to control his team.
Very important, guys. They're still attacking our ball. They're still attacking too high. Like flat, high, flat. So they 2 guys attacking you. So they very aggressive with hands. Better this, when you coming this ball pick higher. Look, this bounce pass. You just go for the short low, some close distance, and looking for this bounce pass. After this, you turn. You turn and watch. We start helping from everywhere. Pass, and this. Okay, we still go. Now, free up.
Let's go.
Next, we go simply head. Hey, defense, we go all 5 switch. Take going up. Let's go. Slide down. See, go.
Neptunas had possession then. They finish off a very impressive first half here. Lawless finds some room, spins, hangs, bounces out now. Brown tips it. It goes into the hands of Stone. He's going to push. Stone to Thompson. The extra pass to the corner. And now the 3 is good for Brindisi. Luca Campogrande knocks it down. First points of the night for him. Brindisi with a little momentum here. The timeout hasn't seemed to have affected them. Slavinskas puts it on the floor, it's taken away. Thompson with the steal. Stone trying to find Thompson again, but it was deflected. Now Thompson manages to get it back out. Inside ball possession. Stone will take it though. I'm sure that was the best option. Lucky for him. John Brown working hard on the offensive glass. Banks will hold it. To attack, Banks. Oh, he get it to go as well. Banks still yet to miss from 2-point range. Will go to the line for a bonus, and in the blink of an eye, that lead for Neptunas has all but gone. Banks dancing with it in the one-on-one. Takes the contact. Look at the body control. Hanging in the air, shows the muscles. A gun show from Banks, and they can't keep him out of the lane. Make it a 2-point game. This goes out. Great little run here from Brindisi to get themselves back into this one. Thought that last time out, or just prior to it. They want to go into the half with a double-digit deficit. A chance to go in with a lead here. This makes it moves to 17 points personal. First half from him. Into the game, they go straight to him, guarded by Brown. Gordiscus trying to bully his way up. So he goes, and a foul. Brown doesn't like it. Gordiscus is getting ripped apart by his teammates. They're not kicking it out. That's the first. It's a conversation with the official. 77% from the line in the last week Champions League. 2 of 2 for him. There's a little bit of breathing room. Attacks, that's contact. This time has to kick it out. Goes out, but will stay with Brindisi. A lot of talk going on from the sideline. Gotta be careful. Let's pick up a technical foul here. Frustration. Coach so there's a technical foul on Coach Fiduci. One shot to come. It. I think it's Brindisi possession. Yeah, stay with the Italian team. 3B point for Neptunas on that one. 5-point game now. 27 seconds left, first quarter. Banks will use the high screen. Has a Campo Grande, he puts it on the floor. Pass from him, a lot of bodies in the paint. Room as it's deflected, and now Neptunas have a chance to run. Trying to pull it out. That is good. That's unfortunate. Campo Grande and Galis just kind of come together. I think Galis is smiling there. There wasn't much in there. Watch this one. He's just trying to move out of the way. It's a tough one. Officials just trying to get some control here as well. A lot of emotion in the game. Started off that way, didn't it? With that battle in the paint between Gordicus and Brown, almost in the first minute. Ayless the line. That's personal. Sub, he will go out. I want him getting in foul trouble in his last 20 seconds. DC. That's the final shot. No foul to give if you're Neptunas. Brown has some room! Can't finish, but is fouled. Gordicus. Brown shaken up. Look, Brown gets up high. Gordicus does a good job to try and challenge it. Absolutely nothing in that for me. You know, a realistic play to try and get the ball. Brown seems to be okay. He's up. This goes out again. Offensive and defensive substitutions. Both teams. Stone goes out. He's got those two, remember. He doesn't pick up his third here for the last 10 seconds. Banks out as well. And Kaitis coming in for Neptunas. A lot of changes from both teams. This goes out. Just some boos from the Brindisi fans. With one of the Neptunas subs. Has to stay in, looks like. No one's quite sure of what's happening. Other discussions, and looks like we're going to be okay to continue. So after all that talk, not a lot happens. Gordikas remains out of the game. So it does look like there's going to be a substitution. So it seems like Janavicius isn't going to be allowed to sub in. He's going to have to go out. Still discussions being had. Not sure what the problem is, because, you know, the only thing I can think is that Janavicius came in and out, but he came out before the free throws for Galis. And now he's come in, so I'm not sure what the problem is. Gordikas as well, you know, he was the one who shot the two previous free throws and committed the foul, so he can't be the problem going in and out. Now, often that's the problem, is the substitutions. They haven't gone out for a complete possession before they're trying to come back in, but everybody had been out, or everybody had been on the floor for possession as well. So substitution. If he just goes out, I think this is a mistake. He goes out, Gordikas comes back in for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But either way, it'll be Brown at the line. 2 shots. First one is good from him. 48-54. 9 seconds remaining for Neptunas. When they get possessions, get one final shot. Brown can... That one makes it a 5-point game. Final possession of this first half then. Gordikas comes down. Vasilis screens. Now, Gordikas sets another one. Galis glides in, flips it up, but it just rolls out on him. And that is going to end the first half there. Well, a high score in the game here, 54-49. As the teams go to the halftime locker room. A lot of entertainment. A game with some chirpiness towards the end of that first half, setting itself up nicely. Confirmation, 49-54. Brindisi trailing by 5 against Neptunas Klaipeda. In Group D, every game is a close one, and we're getting that here today. So Banks has led the way for Brindisi in the first half. He's been exceptional, leading this game's leading scorer with 16 personal. As Neptunas have, you know, just torched the nets offensively. Look at those numbers. Brindisi just 2 of 9 from 3-point range has been their undoing. But you look at that and you think, how are Neptunas only up 5? Well, I'll tell you, it's because they've recorded in the first half 10 turnovers to just 5 for Brindisi, who've done a good job of looking after the ball. A couple of extra offensive rebounds for the Italian team as well, and they've just taken, you know, more shots. Brindisi currently, you know, 40 shots attempted from the field. Neptunas just 27. That is the difference. As Galis leads the way with 14. He said Banks, the game's high, 16 right now. Gaspardo and Stone have 7 apiece for Brindisi, and then Dylan and Kaitis 3 of 3, perfect from three-point range for all of his 9. Well, a very entertaining first half this has been. You know, Brindisi unbeaten at home, but bottom of Group D in the regular season at this stage. It is the return game between these two teams. Two teams which you know, are struggling to get any sort of separation between themselves right now. And every week it feels, you know, every game in Group D is hard to come by. Neptunas had a 10-point victory at home in game day 1 against Brindisi. They have the lead here at the half by 5, but a lot to play for. We will leave you as we'll take a short break here with some of the highlights from that first 20 minutes, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to half-time here then. It is Brindisi trailing at home. Currently unbeaten in this competition on their home floor. But right now they trail 49-54 after a very impressive offensive performance from their visitors, Neptunas Klaipeda. Have rode the back of a number of key performers. Golis leads the way for them with 14, but Delinkaitis 9, Gordikas 7, Masulis 8, Janovicius 7 as well, in which your team has shot extremely well. 64% from the field, Neptunas. If they could just hang on to it a bit more, 10 first half turnovers. Really, they'd have been leading by more as the opening possession comes up short for Golis. Just 1 of 4 now he is from beyond the three-point line. And Brindisi will bring it down. Their first possession. They go to the inside. And Tyler Stone flipping it out to Banks. He was the... And Brown with some space. And he knows how to finish in and around the ring. John Brown. That's his first season playing at the top level of Italian basketball. Played the last 2 years in Italy, but at Division 2, so relishing the opportunity to step up to the Basketball Champions League. First finish doesn't go from Masulis. And then, as he tried to tip it home, an offensive foul against Gitas Masulis. So just a little push in the back. Masulis can't finish. Good work on the offensive glass there. And then you can see just the hand on the shoulder from Masulis, trying to get that leverage over John Brown. So, basket was waved away. 3-point game. It is Banks. And now Brown squaring up. Brown will take the jumper. Doesn't go. Neptunas bring it immediately into the low post. Good interchanging as the pass goes to the inside and a foul is called before Gordikas could get his shot away. So it'll be in-line possession. Double team coming. But a good pass out from Tadas Sedekiskis. Golis off the screen, gets the switch against Brown, gives it up. They'll try and go to the inside. Gordikas now trying to find some room. Oh, nice pass out, and the lane opens up, but Sedekiskis can't finish. Here comes Tyler Stone. The pass can't be handled by Gaspardo, and a chance to run. The finish is good from Neptunas. It is Sedekiskis with the finish. First field goal of the game for him. Opens up the 5-point lead once more. Both teams struggling offensively. Thompson gets into the lane, and he knows where the basket is. Well, Thompson has done an excellent job in this game. That's it to a 3-point lead now for Neptunas. Janovicius trying to find some room. Defense holding firm. Eventually, Gordikas has it, steps through, whistle for the travel. He wants the foul. But the switching defense works from Brindisi on that occasion. Stone squares up, takes the jumper. Doesn't get it though. I think that Neptunas defense will be happy to give up that shot to Tyler Stone. There's the drive. And it doesn't quite drop from Golis. He recognised the opportunity in the open floor. Golis, nice little crossover. Thompson makes sure he tries to do all he can to stop the ball from getting up to the ring. Found him a couple of times. There will be 2 shots to come though from Davidas Golis. A strong game so far, Golis. That moves him to 16 points personal. And this could open up that lead to 5 once again. Kanji looks on. He'll have a part to play in this second half. Thompson back to Banks. Banks was the hot hand. First 20 minutes, slices in, and it continues. Hasn't missed from 2-point range. Adrian Banks, 8 of 9 now from the field. You see 8 of 8 from 2-point range. He missed his only 3. 18 points personal. He just pushes everybody out of the way. Wants to attack. Gets downhill. Can't get the roll. Great work from Gurdikas on the offensive glass. Decides to go it alone and is rejected. And now to frustrate the Neptunas players as Thompson finds Stone and he gets it to go plus the foul. Neptunas won't be happy. There you can see Janovic speaking to Gurdikas, telling him to kick it out. And it put his team in a hole back defensively. Finish was good from Stone. He shows the guns. Stone, it's been quiet for him. Just 4 of 10 from the field. He does have 9 points, 3 rebounds. Add the bonus to tie the game. Williamson will come in. Sidikirskis draws the foul against Banks. Masulis on attack as the tough matchup against Brown. Oh, fight for the rebound. Masulis somehow gets it, finishes it off. Well, Itas Masulis always has a nose for the ball as Brown thunders down the dunk. Well, they go so quickly from one end to the other, Brindisi, especially when they're scored against. Neptunas still recovering after the basket from Masulis. Somehow they give up a dunk in the opposite direction. They're trying to isolate against the smaller man here. Banks trying to play in front. Masulis will take the 3. The rebound is going to be there to Had. And it's Thompson coming down from up high. He collects it in. Brindisi could take the lead here. Something they haven't done in a long time. Brown, lovely pass. Thompson finishes it off. Great cut from Thompson, but an even better pass from John Brown. And there is the lead for Brindisi then. Janovic comes off the screen. They want Williamson. Galus will just attack, can't finish. Another rebound, Thompson again. He's in no hurry, he knows someone's going to be open. Gaspardo attacks, offensive foul. Yeah, saw that one coming from a long while ago. And you can see Williamson. He was planted for a long while. Not sure how Gaspardo can complain that one. This is Brown. Lovely feed to Thompson. Sidikirskis goes out. Reverse it to corner. Masulis putting it on the deck. Gets to the lane. Again, can't finish. As a foul is good, it's going to be an offensive one against Williamson. The whistle's all in favour of Brindisi right now. Masulis just didn't have the physicality to be able to finish against Stone. There is contact. He's got to be able to hold his ground, though. A 1-point lead for Brindisi. Possession as well. Thompson has it. Calls the play. His own defense from Neptunas. They're going to give up. Gaspardo wide open. And he hits the bottom of the net. Double digits for Gaspardo. He had 7 early in this one. He had a dunk and a 3 in the first couple of possessions. Now he'll move to 10. But Brindisi open up their largest lead in a long time. 64 plays 60 here. Janovic just pushes everyone out of the way. Wants the screen from Williamson. Defense switching. Brown hounding the ball. Williamson, 4 on the clock for him. Turns and fires. He can't get it to go. It's a lid on the basket right now for Neptunas. A 15-6 run, and it could be more. The reverse is good. Thompson with the score. Will be at the line for a bonus. 17-6 third quarter now. Thompson, how does he have that much room? Oh, great body control. Takes the contact, finishes it off. Thompson, 12 points.
This is our transition defense. Jigs, they cut simply here, you stay here. We play zone, you play here. Everybody's here.
Čia yra benzas pastūmo, ne ką aš paliksiu.
Tau nereikia, blėt, čia išvis gintis.
Aš apačioj čia stovėjau, čia buvo dar vienas. Tai ką man daryti su benzu palikti, nafu? Tai ką man daryti, pagrasi palikti?
Okay. We go.
Benzų nebuvo, benzas išbėgo į kitą pusę.
We go with all five switch. Take the point guard. If inside we go double. Offense, let's go. Shoulder, Chicago 4. Let's go.
What a turnaround. A 6-point lead now. Last stage it was 47-37 in favour of Neptunas. So a 30-13 run right now. In favour of Brindisi, so a 29-13 run. This will make it the 30-13 run. Thompson ruins the statistic for me. I'm missing the bonus. Strong game from him. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Soulless now to get some offensive rhythm back. Neptunas, the Brindisi defense has picked itself up. Soulless goes out. Fouls. It's Neptunas will be at the line. First is good. Two of two. Steadies the ship for Neptunas, perhaps. Something to get that rhythm for them offensively. Brindisi with all the momentum. Thompson again beats his man, gets to the inside, and another round one. No, it's just too quick right now. Darius Thompson off the dribble, catches it high. Defense expected him to use the screen. Watch this, just rejects it. Defense lost. Thompson takes the contact. Bit of English to bring it off the backboard, get the roll. Banks loving it. Bonus as well. Brindisi's lead up to 7 now. Reaches off the handoff and then the screen goes to the corner. Galus, 3 hasn't been dropping for him today. Still not, as Banks takes it in, pushes in the opposite direction. Open 3 in the corner, Stone! Doesn't get it to go. Screen coming from Williamson, he'll roll to the basket. Defense switching. He just goes to Williamson. Williamson against the switch, loses it on the way up. It's that man, Thompson, making plays again. Apologies, you had slight technical difficulties then. There's Neptunas with possession, lovely little in and out dribble. And the kick out, extra pass for three. Dylan and Kaitis can't knock it down. Brindisi escape, head in the opposite direction with Banks. Banks drawing the attention. And attacks. His layup doesn't go. Kurskis moves it up. Dylan and Kaitis finds him, then open under the ring. Great play. Kurskis gave it up, continued to move, found his space. Brindisi, a little slower now. Brown. Extra pass, ball moving around, gets back to Thompson, now to Brown. 3 on the clock, he'll take the jumper and he gets it to go. Slavinskas loses it, goes to Jesus. Now Dylan and Kaitis fight on that low post. Banks trying to do his best to get on the mismatch. Vicious waiting. Williamson goes out. Final 49 seconds. Third quarter. They lob it up, but it's recognised by Stone. He takes it away and heads in the opposite direction. Finds Brown. Brown spins and finishes another and one. Brown fired up. Brindisi rolling in this third quarter. 24 points now. The spin and finish. Assist to Tyler Stone. Hanks goes out. Akanji's in for this final 41 seconds. As Brown adds the bonus. Slavinskas. Away, Dylan and Kaitis using the ball screen. Rudikus well guarded under the ring. Tough matchup for Akanji. Rudikus can't finish. Brown comes down and snatches in the rebound. They can hold for the final shot here. Cap off a marvellous quarter if they can. Add one more score. Thompson waiting in no hurry. Clock kicks to 10. Thompson will attack, try and find some room. Thompson flips it up and gets it to go. Darius Thompson, beautiful offensive play from him. 17 on the game. And Brindisi have a 12-point lead heading into the final quarter. Thompson spins, is looking in the other direction. He still gets it to go. Look at this from Thompson. Shoulders are facing the corner. Such athleticism from him. 76 to Casa Brindisi, 64 for Neptunas Klaipeda. An incredible 27-10 third quarter from the Italian team. Their fans loving it, and rightly so. Percentages adjusting for Neptunas. All of this for Brindisi, shooting just 3 of 12 for 3 as well. Incredible. But they've taken 45 shots from 2-point range in comparison to just 32 for Brindisi, for Neptunas on the game. So we are on the way in this fourth period. First possession for Brindisi, a chance for them to stretch it out even more. First possession doesn't go. Brown will recycle another possession though, and they'll get a chance to take even more shots. Collected on the three-point line. Mid-range jumper from him doesn't go. Not the best possession to open the fourth. Neptunas attacks towards the inside. The switching defense from Brindisi has been the difference. Not really guarded anything from the perimeter so well, and Gordikas hasn't been able to get going. Can he find some room here? He does, and he gets the finish. Well, Gordikas has drawn the frustration of his teammates sometimes for not looking to kick it out. If he is going to take it on his own, he's got to get those baskets. He's got to finish like that, especially against the against mismatches, against the switches. Stone slices in. Beautiful one-on-one play. Tyler Stone glides in, extends with that left arm. 11 for him. There's an offensive foul. It's going to be called against Gordikas. Battle. It's been a war between Gordikas and Brown. He'll go out again. Williamson comes back in. Gordikas just runs into him. No need for the extra contact as Banks looks on. Great opportunity for him, sitting on the bench. Foul is going to be an offensive against Brown. Yeah. Sending the illegal screen. Stuck his backside out. Kaitis thought about it. Goes back to Neptunas. Now look to isolate against Thompson on low block as a foul is called. It's going to be on the floor. Kaitis wants shots. Interesting to see. No, they're going to give it sideline. Oh, lovely spin along the baseline, doesn't go. Fight for the rebound, and again Brindisi win it. So they're so often Stone's open. So pull up for three instead. And it doesn't go. Stone. I was just watching him. He's frustrated, and rightly so. Wide open under the ring. Akanji decided to take the three instead. Well, Neptunas punish him the other way. They get into the hands of Williamson, and he finishes it. Well, that was a 4-point swing there. Two that Brindisi should have had, and they didn't. And the two that it then led to for Neptunas. This game not done yet. 10 points in it. Still 7.5 to go. Campogrande will take the three. He doesn't get it. Back-to-back misses from beyond the three-point line for the Italians then. Neptunas. They had great success out of ball screens involving Williamson in that first half. They go back to it here. His roll is open. They couldn't find him. Neptunas with 4 on the clock has to find some room. He does, but then loses it. Picks it up. Does he get it away in time? He did, but missed the little cheapie. Stone pushing in the other direction. Goes all the way. He can't finish, but at the second attempt he does. Well, that's the difference, isn't it? Neptunas couldn't finish. Same opportunity fell for Tyler Stone. And when he couldn't get the score, he had the ability to get the offensive rebound and still came away with points for his team. Pick and pop. Doesn't go. Brindisi in no hurry now. Stone is fouled by Enavicius. Zanelli looks like he's going to come in. It's been a quiet game for Zanelli here tonight. Instead, he was a big part of that game last week. Played a big-time role. The 27-year-old, he averages 6 points, 2.5 assists per game. But here tonight, hasn't been well used at all.
Remember, when they're going to screen the ball here, okay, on the top, stay with the screener and switch here, okay? So don't let them too many options, no? So come on the screen line, switch. Then when he rolls, stay in front, let him roll behind you, okay? Behind your back. And the wings are gonna give you a help.
Yeah, be a little bit higher, Ty.
Yeah, high, with the screen. Come with the screen, and that's it, okay? And be smart on offense again, huh? We gotta put them in trouble. Defense.
Kanji and Stone in discussion. There'll be their ball on the end line. Kanji gets open. Here comes Campo Grande. Stone, low post, turns. Immediately attacks, comes up short. Nevicius pushing. Kicks it into the hands of Dylan and Kaitis. He draws two, and now Masulis, it's off. And he makes the three. Itis Masulis trying to add that three-point range. Makes it now a 9-point game. Masulis to 13. 6 of 12 from the field. Said a long way still to go as Brown takes the little tough finish, gets it to go. Slips on the ball screen. Kaitis. Again, the switch in defense just closing up the gaps. Masulis managed to take in the pass. Even that was difficult. Campo Grande fighting with him. Kaitis doesn't get it away. Now he'll take the three. Hand is in his face though. And Zanelli with a good defensive rebound. Zanelli looking to push. Finds Stone. Haven't seen a lot of Banks in this fourth quarter. Haven't needed him so far. As the cut from Akanji, has it taken away. We'll stay with Brindisi, 11 on the clock. Good pass from Brown. Right on cue, there is Adrian Banks coming back into the game. Campo Grande goes out. Thompson still getting a breather. Brown now Banks off the curl. Oh, lovely pass! Stone throws it down! Tyler Stone with the finish. Excellent. Little curl from Banks, draws the defense, finds Stone open. Nevicius trying to find somewhere, gets to the elbow, pulls up, can't get it to go. Well, after such a strong offensive half from Neptunas, it's just fallen away. Just 17 points in the second half for the Lithuanian team. Credit to this Brindisi defense as Zanelli gets the roll. Two more for the Italians, and it's a 15-point lead. Where did that come from? Nevicius now, Galis attacking, takes the hit, will go to the line. They had 54 at the half. And Neptunas, they were rolling offensively. And here we see, oh, it was between the legs as well from Banks. Didn't see that. He's cooking. Banks between the legs, Stone with the finish. Great basketball. And Neptunas get a much needed free throw. Their 18th point in 16 minutes here in the second half. Two of two from Galis. Kanchi makes himself available eventually. Banks steps out into the lane, glides in for two. Well, he was eaten last time, even more now. Easy two for Banks. DC being told to leave the ball alone. Timeout being called by Neptunas though. It's 88-73 here. An excellent second half performance at both ends of the floor for Brindisi.
They scored 3 layups right now. Big foul if you cannot play defense. Guys, we need 10. If we okay, go for the ball. We need not for 10 points. Okay, let's go. Let's go regular defense. Let's go regular defense. Run. Be aggressive and step out. Big side. Be ready to react in this. Okay, offense. Offense. Let's go. This side one. Let's go staggers for Thomas. Make it the staggers. Use this. Go deeper. Use the step for the shot. If they switch, go inside. Let's go.
Well, can there be anything coming out of the timeout for Neptunas in this final 3.5 or so minutes? And turnover tells you no right now. Zanelli all the way, takes the foul. Kalis wants the foul to be an offensive. He believes there was an elbow thrown towards him. Quick hands from Zanelli. Not much in it, I don't think, from the replay. Fourth foul against Kalis. Zanelli gets the roll. Alessandro Zanelli steadies himself and makes the second. 17-point lead for Brindisi now. Remember, it was a 10-point victory for Neptunas as well in the opening 2 games between these two teams. That's something to keep in mind. So it's a 10-point aggregate lead coming into this one now. It's a 17-point lead for Brindisi. So they will not only take the victory, they will take the head-to-head if it remains in this way. Stone will take the triple. Doesn't go. Masulis with the rebound, pushes. No one with him though. Masulis goes on his own, he's fouled. It was 1 against 4. Didn't have a lot of support, Gitas Masulis. Not sure how, he was the first man down the floor. No one from Neptunas wanted to run with him. The officials. So Masulis will hit the line now. Team fouls against Brindisi. Masulis makes the first. Another good night for him. 2019 Lithuanian League Player of the Year. Makes it 15 points is the lob. And finish from Stone. The pass from Banks. Too easy from Brindisi. They've been free scoring at home, and it'll continue here tonight. Just find some room. Finds Williamson. He reverses it home. Williamson with the finish. Brindisi have averaged 91 points a game in their last 2 home games in the Basketball Champions League. And that's going to go up as they've got 92 already here tonight. Still 2 more minutes to play. Stone pushes everyone out the way. He's going to try and attack against Williamson. Pulls up. Doesn't go. Brown's there for the offensive rebound. And now Banks sells the fake. Steps inside. He's in no hurry though. He'll pull it out with 6 seconds on the clock. Zanelli. He can't get all the way. Finds Banks. Now Banks to Brown. He'll take the jumper. Doesn't get it. They used up precious seconds though. Bayless trying to find some room. Flips it out. Janovic just now with the step. Eventually gets it to Masoulas, who finishes it off. Nitas Masoulas finishes the dunk. Shovel pass, and now substitutions are going to come in. Delininkaitis goes out. Kanji as well. Espada gets it over to Stone, and then Brown with the exclamation point. The easy dunk for Brown. Brindisi moved to 94 with 90 seconds remaining. Sorry, 85 seconds remaining, and Neptunas going to call a timeout. Lead back to 15.
Why they done? Why they done? Somebody dive me. Okay, Thomas in. And Giggs in. Nada, Giggs out. Okay, let's go. 5 side flash. 5 side flash. Coming.
There's Brown with the finish. Drew the frustration on the sideline for Neptunas. Head coach Thomas Gevicius. Well, an interesting side note is Neptunas have conceded 97 points in both the last 2 away losses, and it could be 3 in a row here. 85 seconds remaining. And DC need 3 more to hit that same total. Bring it high. Reaches, they try to run the screen to get Delininkaitis open. He's well guarded once again. Just going to finish or stay with Neptunas though. Williamson gets the rebound. John Brown frustrated. He says you've got to go to the screen. He doesn't think that's his ball, their ball at all. It's up from Tyler Stone quite clearly. He's got that one right, in my opinion. They have gone to the screen. It'll be interesting to see if they see it the same way I do. Brown adamant, but he's not going to get it, I don't think. Some good defense from him. Forces the miss. Did he hit the back of Williamson's hands? That's the only question. It just goes in. So it does come off Stone. Does it hit Williamson on the way out? Right there. Oh, I don't think so. You be the judge. Just a quick look at the statistics here. John Brown has put together a very impressive 19.11 rebound double-double. I kind of mentioned that up till now, and you know, something that's not going to be in the box score that's changed the game for me in the second half is his ability to switch on ball screens, his ability to, you know, not be beaten off dribble penetration to the ring. It's been a difference maker. Brindisi's coverage against the pick and roll in the second half really has gone a long way to this low total for Neptunas. They're at 25 points now, only for the second half. Inside, a foul is called against Gaspardo. Was pushed to the floor. Personal against Gaspardo. Shots to come. Hernandez has 18, just 3 of 11 from the field though. 15 at the half as well. That's kind of showed the woes Neptunas have had in the second half. First miss from the free throw line of the game for Neptunas. Should have so well as a team up to this point. Nothing working for them. Second is good. 18-point game. Remember that 10-point margin is going to be interesting. I haven't heard Neptunas talk about it in their timeouts, but I wonder if they remember. If they can get this to a 9-point deficit, there'll be one check mark for them for sure. As a foul is called. They'll commit it. That's their one to give. Substitutions will come in. Kaitis goes out. Slavinskas in. Brindisi just managed to get it into Brown. Double team comes, he finds Stone nicely, and they safely get into the hands of Banks, who can use some time here. Banks holding, waiting. And isolate, no help. Banks against Williamson. He stops, gets to the elbow, pulls the trigger, makes it. Will that be enough to give them that double-digit win they desire? And Avicius comes off the quick screen, crosses over, loses it. Chance to run for Brindisi. Will they take it? Stone. They go to the corner. Banks will take the early one, but it doesn't drop. Slavinskas fouled, heading in the opposite direction. 2 shots to come from the line for Slavinskas. A chance for Neptunas. They need 2 points here from the line. They need to collect some steals as well. Good for Slavinskas. Lead to 14, 30 seconds remaining. Here comes the trap. Can't get the steal. Banks has it. Thompson playing a keep away. They'll hold here for the final shot. One final chance perhaps for Neptunas. Thompson kicks it. Brown will take a 3. Bounce is clear. Neptunas try and push in the opposite direction to the corner. Not going to get it away in time. Not a clean look anyway. And an excellent second half. You can see what it means to Brindisi. It is a fine 20 minutes from them. Sees them take the 96-82 victory here. Happy Casa Brindisi take it over Neptunas. They remain unbeaten at home at Brindisi in the Basketball Champions League. They pick up their 4th win of the season here at home. And it was all on the back of a very impressive second half performance. You know, credit Coach Vitusi. He changed his pick and roll coverage. They started to switch, and it really did cause problems for Neptunas, the team which had looked so good offensively in the first 20 minutes. They came undone in that second half, scoring just 28 points after a 54-point first half. So DC will take the victory, a deserved one here tonight. They will now move to 4 wins and 4 losses. Neptunas will have an identical 4-4 record now after tonight. There will be one of at least there will be 2 of at least 3 teams, possibly more, depending on the result of the Telkom Baskets Bonn versus Zaragoza game as well. That is being played as we speak. So highlights from that second half. It was a very impressive performance, like I said, for Brindisi. Adrian Banks led the way. He had 22. The numbers, 96 points for Brindisi. Even though they shot just 3 of 17 from the field, they took 20 more 2-point attempts than Neptunas. They were out-rebounded by 10 as well. Just incredible, the discrepancy on these numbers. But just 9 turnovers for them, 18 for Neptunas in the game. Top scorers Banks, Brown and Thompson with big performances for Brindisi. Galis, Masulis and Williamson for Neptunas. But Galis just 3 of 11 for his 19 points. John Brown, happy man. Nice. Comes ready to play. Brindisi, it shows you how good Group D is. You know, this is not a bottom place team. We'll get the victory here tonight. So, Neptunas will be on the road again. One of 3 straight road games for them. Their final trip will be to Dijon and France, the Palais de Sport, next week in game day 9 to see if they can get, you know, a road victory they so desperately need. For Brindisi, they will also be on the road as they head to Besiktas. It's a Besiktas team they beat here at home in game day 4. So can they go 2 for 2 against the Turkish giants? An entertaining game. It's been a joy to be here with you, watching it. I hope you enjoyed it at home as much as I did. I will leave you with some of the highlights of this one as Brindisi take victory coming from behind from a fine second half effort and eventually win this one over Neptunas Klaipeda 96-82.